Yeah, let's get it on, armadillos. It's the prop show, like everyone else has, but ours is a fun prop show. Brandon Funston, Fantasy Hall of Famer.
Yo!
Master prop list maker.
I'm just a master prop list stealer.
Come on, man. You're compiler.
Some of them. Some are my own. Yeah, exactly.
Jakey, repping RotoWare.
Yeah, RotoWare. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking. There you go. The shield, the crest. I don't know what he calls it.
I wish I had more money to buy more RotoWare stuff.
Don't fall down that rabbit. Well, I mean, support him, obviously. I was just going to say, don't fall down that rabbit. Between RotoWare and all the shirts I buy for the shit, I've got about 60 T-shirts in my closet, and they're color coordinated.
Of course, that is the most Jake thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Running the comments that you're going to see on your screen if you're watching this on YouTube. If not, you just know that he's doing it anyway. Well, I thought it was going to be part of the show, but I guess he's bailed on us. So you're only going to get commentary from the three of us.
Are you actually going to say his name instead of just...
He thought that was intelligible to hear. Yeah,
it wasn't.
Derek Van Riper. Van Riper, all one word. Let's get into
Have you ever had the conversation with him whether your last names have the space or don't because you have similar situations with the Defino and the Van Riper?
Mine I go back and forth with it. If I find that someone can respect the capital F without having to jam the space in there, I'll just do all one. If not,
how is it legally? Is it legally with the space or is it legally without?
It's actually both.
Well, I like that one.
Like on some certain documents, there's no space. On others, there is. In the old country,
I like with the apostrophe. You could go like Jamar Chase.
Yeah, that's how we do it now. Let's get in. Oh, it's like how people would put the wrong. Remember Odell Beckham early in his career? People would apostrophe Dell.
Yes,
I remember that.
Yes.
All right, let's rock and roll. We got a party prop sheet that Brandon Funston put together. If we got time, we're going to talk some snacks. But snacks, we'll see. But this party prop sheet I love because, Funston, you designed it to be easy, user-friendly, drinker-friendly, party-friendly. Print it out, hand it out to people, take their $10, and then see who finishes first, right?
Yeah, and also, football agnostic-friendly. If you're just, someone showing up at a Super Bowl party and you don't really follow football, you got to have enough stuff in there that, that you aren't automatically going to finish last or at the bottom of the list because you don't know football. So I try not to go too football heavy, and I try to make a lot of them just there's no obvious answer, and so that it's a lot of semi coin flip kind of questions, so that really you don't have to do a bunch of homework coming into it.
Nice. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to share along your comments in the comment section. If you're listening, just shout it out as you drive along. Let's go. Number one, the national anthem prop. Mickey Guyton is singing it this year. Funston, how much research have you done on Mickey Guyton besides the Google searches, the Google image searches that you talked about?
I watched her sing the national anthem at the National Memorial Day celebration that she did, and she had the pedal to the metal on that thing. It was like a minute 30 or something, and just no frills, no gimmicks. She just was start to finish. So if you go off of that, then she's an easy under. But it's the Super Bowl, it's the pageantry. You might want to hold a few notes here and there, make it memorable. So, and normally I put this at 2 minutes. I dropped it down to a minute 55. The average of the solo artists that have sang this song over the last 14 is a minute 58. So, so we'll see. I mean, I think I might be hedging under right now, but we'll wait till game time to make that call.
By the way, you can get this sheet. Go to the Athletic doc. It's free. We unlocked it for everybody because Funston's a man of the people. The sheet is free. Just go to theathletic.com, find the fantasy football or the sports betting sections. It's in there. It's called Super Bowl Party Props. 2022 Super Bowl Party Props.
By the way, have you guys? Do you guys know? Did you know who Mickey Guyton was before finding out that she was singing the national anthem?
I didn't even know it was a he or she before us. Yes, I didn't know.
I honestly didn't either. So, and I still don't know a whole lot about her, but I know she's singing the national anthem.
This is why. I mean, this is great exposure for Mickey Guyton, though. This is why you do it.
I think that's why back in the day, initially, the artists have to pay to do the Super Bowl for the halftime. It's not the other way around. And so it's the exposure. Like you're getting the exposure. By the way, so I did different research. Our own friend, Jen Piacente, Nando, actually tweeted that she tried the national anthem. She's actually a decent singer. And
she's a classically trained opera singer, actually, Jake. I don't undersell that, my friend.
Okay, well, there you go. So, yeah, don't want to undersell it. So she did it. She said the quickest she was able to get to it was 92 seconds, 2 to 3 times.
She's okay. She's an all right singer. Sorry, Jake. Go ahead. 92 seconds.
2 to 3 times she came in at 97.5. The Vegas line is actually 95.5. So I think Funston's shooting high on his number. So I'm going to easily, in my opinion, from the research from Jen Piacente, and then the Vegas line, I'm going to take the under. Super under.
Are you taking the under on Funston, or are you taking the Unson on Vegas?
No, so I would take the over on Vegas, but I would smash the under on Funston's.
Did you do it? Would you actually put money on this now? Like seeing the Jen Piacente video and, just kind of seeing Mickey Guyton sing already once?
On the 95, if the line is still out there at 95.5 from Funston's average number that he gave, plus Jen barely being able to get under, speeding through it, if it's 95.5, I would hammer that over.
There is 95 out there. I've seen it. So
that number I would hammer the over under.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
over
see.
On.
I mean, it's
not over.
This could be like a nice arrangement done for the Super Bowl. I mean, not to knock Memorial Day celebrations, but I don't think as many people are watching that. It's just kind of like, this is an honor. I love it. I'm going to sing the best of my abilities. Super Bowl is kind of like, let me milk this a little bit. I don't know. We'll see.
Still, nothing as bad as the Fergie national anthem at the NBA All-Star game. That is still tops of all time. Just to watch the NBA players' faces, trying not to laugh.
Speaking of which, last year's I thought was fantastic. The duet.
Yeah,
I don't even remember
Jasmine Sullivan and I can't remember. Oh, Eric Church. Yeah, Eric Church.
Yeah. It was great. I was very melodic.
More than I remembered. Are we going to get to the next prop?
Jake. All right, let's go. Well, the next prop also has to do with Mickey Guyton. Funston wants to know what color she's going to wear.
Well, you didn't give your pick.
I think I'm going to go over. It seems like it's so obvious, and so many of these videos are surfacing that she's going to go under. That
over 155 or over the 95?
Yeah, I'm going to go over 155. I think she's going to come out with a. I think the music might actually add like 10 seconds. I think there's going to be a nice little intro and a nice little dramatic outro.
But does that count?
No, I'd say it only counts when you start with O.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'll
from
go
O to the very last note, at the end of the very last note. But I mean, last year was 2 minutes and 22 seconds, so it was way over.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Well, that was also a duet, so.
Yeah, it's true. The other duet was 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
I think what we've come down to is if you're not playing Funston and you're just betting for Vegas, just hammer the 95 over.
Let's see what she's gonna wear. Funston actually gave a little context. He Google image searched Mickey Guyton. Her outfit's gonna be white, yellow, gold, blue, black, gray, silver, red, pink, purple, or green, or orange. Jake, what do you think about Mickey Guyton's sartorial choices?
I think most people in general would just shy away from the randoms of like the orange and a green. A green's usually also, this, Nando. Green and red, you're supposed to pretty much try to avoid depending because you don't know what might be behind you. And if you have green on red, that looks awful because then you get that stutter effect from the color behind you. So I would lean away from those. I would go with, I know Funston said a lot of times in white, but I'm going to go with like a yellowy gold just because, take it to the next level for a Super Bowl, but not go crazy with it.
What I wonder is, would she wear a color of the teams that are competing? So, like in my mind, I would.
Yeah, she doesn't have a tie.
She probably lives in Nashville.
Maybe she tries to be impartial. She wouldn't wear orange or black or blue or yellow. So I might lean.
Well, that's with the gold.
I might go chalk here with white.
It just seems like, Memorial Day you can wear white. We're in winter right now. You're not supposed to wear white.
I thought that went away a long time ago.
So for some people, it didn't, Jake. And she's from Texas.
Stop wearing white after Labor Day. Is that the rule? Until Memorial Day, and then
some stupid rule. Yeah. I think the only one that people still adhere to is don't wear black and brown. Like don't wear black shoes with brown pants and stuff like that.
And you don't want to wear stripes.
This is all leading me to gray silver. I think that makes some sense.
It was either the gold or the silver for me.
No, for me, I think it's the pink. I think she's gonna pop with some pink.
Might be cowboy silver.
Red pink being grouped together is interesting. I would have separated those out because if you go through her Instagram, there's some reds, there's some pinks. Although reds are Christmas.
Well, maybe
time.
next time you can put the sheet together and do all the work, Nando. How about that?
It seems like she color coordinates. That's hurtful, Jake.
No, I was just trying to give. I was giving props to Funston for doing all this work, and then you're poo-pooing his work.
I'm not poo-pooing his work. I'm just saying, like, if you go through her Instagram, there's some pink and there's some red. That's all. I'm going.
Well,
with
I'd like to
Jake,
level
you're
the
recording
playing
these, right?
field. Yeah.
I'm not writing them down.
Jake, run him down. Do you really want me to do this and host? Fine.
I mean, yeah, that's what happened.
Over Funston. Over Jake. Wait, we're all doing unders for the first one, right?
I'm doing it under for sure. Yeah.
Under for the time. Under. Okay. All right,
And
Jake.
you can put me down for gray silver for the outfit.
This is compelling. Gray silver. Jake, what are you?
I went with the gold. Well,
I'm
gold
right,
/ yellow.
Jake's gold. You think it'll get like a shimmery dress? All right, next one. Which quarterback will be shown on camera first during the national anthem? Matthew Stafford or Joe Burrow? Funston, what do you think?
I actually, obviously hometown quarterback Stafford makes some sense, but I think Joe Burrow is so much getting that it factor feeling right now. I think they're going to go with adult Macaulay Culkin for this one.
Jake, what do you say?
I'm going the opposite because I think he's got the first playoff win, Super Bowl, everything after his tenured career, and we could get more Joe Burrows. We might not get more Matthew Stafford, so I'm going the other way with it. Plus, it's better odds for a payout. It's 110.
Well, for this, you're just
Burrow's
circling the
130.
name. I'm going Stafford.
Yeah,
I mean, for this one, you're just
with me.
circling the name. I don't think there are odds counting in your home Super Bowl pool.
No,
sheet.
I mean, he
There
he
are
pulled
odds.
the real odds. Yeah,
but I mean,
he
you're not
pulled
gonna-
the real odds.
Cash me out at plus 110, please, sir. And also,
No,
the
but
dip is
if
empty.
anybody's actually betting the real line, that's why Funston put it in there. There's real lines on some of these.
Hey, Jakey.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Stafford too. I'm a Stafford guy.
You know what? I'm going to stop praising Funston for his work. How about that?
Oh, Jake, I think this is great.
No, don't stop, Jake. Keep it coming. It's
Come
all
on,
good.
Jake. Don't get irascible, Jake.
Harassable.
All right.
He's
which
perturbed.
Jake is. I know. What's going on with Jake? Come on, eat your pizza, Jake. Get happy. Did you already have lunch?
Yeah, barely.
No.
I had a
It's one of
peanut butter
those-
sandwich.
What are those Snickers commercials?
Well, because I was sitting here at 11 o'clock and 11:05 running around. I was like, oh, wait, that's right. We're not on at 11 o'clock today. So I sat on video for the time. And then I was like, oh, I got to stuff something down for lunch. So peanut butter sandwich. Yum, yum, yum.
Just peanut butter?
Yep.
Peanut butter.
Interesting
No,
choice.
no
Yeah.
honey, no jam.
That's weird.
Nothing, huh?
Okay.
Want to talk about
Next.
that a little more? Bananas,
No.
like Elvis? All right.
That doesn't help anybody. I'm allergic to bananas.
Which coach? Oh, how about that? Who knew? Who knew, Jakey?
Nobody.
I
don't think.
wish I was.
Now everybody.
I don't. I miss bananas.
Hey, by the way, shout out to Mike Craig, who's been a subscriber since 2018. Follow Jake over here. How about that? Yeah. Well, discovered Jake and came here, I guess. How does that make you feel, Jake?
Good. Thank you, Mike.
All right. Which coach will be shown on camera first during the national anthem? Sean McVay or Zach Taylor? Jake, you go first.
McVay, more recognizable, easily. You got to think about America. They'll go on Zach Taylor. They might even show Zach Taylor towards the end because people would see him like, who the heck is this guy?
So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean McVay should be the guy, but the only way that McVay or that Taylor goes first is if they're showing Burrow and they accidentally get
Just,
Taylor
like side by side.
Hanging out in the back.
exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I'll go McVay on this one.
All right. This is an interesting one. I mean, I guess you got to, if there's a storyline, or is it just like maybe I go back to Stafford being a pro at this, and knowing like when that song starts, you just stare at the flag and mouth the words. Whereas Burrow might, he might not have those camera ready shots. And so I think McVay's been here, done that already. Anyway, yeah, we'll get back to that. What will the coin flip result be? Heads or tails? By the way, we have three of our editors. What?
I wanted this to be a part of it. I wanted to be able to, bring in the results of this. So we're still in wait. Go ahead and explain what's going on.
Yeah, so we got three of our editors are flipping an official Super Bowl replica coin that we got from the Hartford Mint. Shout out to the Hartford Mint. 1,000 times each. So I know one of our guys is already at 500, and it's like 249 to 251. It's crazy.
Wow.
So yeah. So we're gonna
What a surprise.
We're flipping a coin 3,000 times to see what the result's going to be. An official replica Super Bowl coin. This is
If
really
I'm flipping 1,000 times and I'm almost 50% at 500, I might just fudge the results.
It's too off. It's legitimately 50.00, like 7% to 49.993 or something. You might as well
I just might release myself from coin flip hell and just fudge the results.
There's actually a lot of statistical stuff like that says like when you're doing those type of things, like 300 is the ideal number for a lot of those things. And once you get to 300, you've pretty much got what the numbers are going to be.
Yeah, but 3,000 in the headlines sounds so much more impressive.
Oh, no. I'm not disagreeing. It sounds more awesome.
10 times better than scientifically recommended.
That's what you should put in the headline.
That'd be a long headline. No one would get the joke. Let's get a heads or tail from Funston.
Where are we at? We're at 26. Heads is making a run. I'm going to go heads. Heads. Heads has got 3 of the last 4, 8 of the past 13. They're down 3 overall. I think they pull it to within 2.
Thank you, Jigger.
And I'll go with the only one that has the rhyme. I'll go with the tails never fails. Hey, look.
With heads, if you'd like.
Should have done it in the last game. They didn't take it. Still, how fortunately made it out of that. The Bengals, I'm talking about, with the Chiefs, went heads. It was tails.
Thanks, Jake.
Saying.
We don't want real analysis here. Some weepy post-mortem on the game.
Then tell them to stop their 3,000 coin flips.
No, never. Let's get on to some commercial. Into the commercial section. Who will appear in a Super Bowl commercial first? The Budweiser Clydesdale or Frito-Lay's Megan Thee Stallion? That's good. Good horse-themed question.
Yes, and just a note, we had to replace the Michelob Ultra, which I'm bummed about because I don't know if you watched the Peyton Manning Michelob Ultra teaser. It basically has kind of like him in the Big Lebowski sort of setup at the bowling alley, and he's about ready to bowl the ball, and there was a prop out there that was like, does he bowl a strike or not? And I thought that would have been a great question, and to watch it play out would have been a fun kind of party sheet deal, but then this Michelob Ultra blew it, and they revealed the whole commercial. So, and frankly, it ended up not being as cool as I imagined it could be.
I watched all 3. I thought there was going to be more. Like, it is kind of cool when Serena Williams walks in. I thought that was a neat shot. But
the leak stuff is annoying. That's what happened with the Batman movie. They ended up just releasing those 3 minutes of the movie because it got leaked somewhere.
I've forced myself not to watch that.
Honestly, I watched it, and it's really, you still don't even get that much going on from those 3 minutes.
No,
it's cool. It's hard to keep things contained these days. But I'm going to go with the Budweiser Clydesdale on this one. This is kind of a big deal I think the Clydesdales have been missing for the Budweiser commercials for a little while. And so this one's kind of about a Clydesdale that hurts itself jumping over a barbed wire fence, and it sort of nurses itself back to health. And apparently there's no talking in it. It's just the journey of this Clydesdale from injury back to health. It's a redemptive story. I feel like Budweiser wants to bring that out early and kind of make a strong statement with the return of the Clydesdale.
I got the opposite, man. I feel like that's kind of like a slow down fourth quarter one, whereas like they'll have like the funny stuff early. Jake, how about you?
Or do we know officially that Megan Thee Stallion's in anything this year?
Why are you questioning Brandon's prop sheet, Jake, after all the work he put into it?
Yeah.
She is in she's in a couple different, I think she voices over an animal in one, and she's on like a movie lot, and she's trying to get admitted in through security.
Okay.
So I've already watched the commercial. She is in it. So it's a Frito-Lay's commercial. I have no idea when it'll run, but I'm betting it runs after the Clydesdales. Nando's saying no.
Okay. I'll go with Nando on this one.
No, Megan Thee Stallion. I like that, Jake. Keep the energy up early, right?
So that's his reasoning. I think that sounds decent reasoning.
Let's move on to the Ftx commercials. I assume this is some kind of crypto exchange, Brandon?
Yes, it is.
I saw some Brady's name in there, yeah.
Yeah, and I had I had to.
There's actually sidebar real quick. Do you know there's a thing out there that Josh Hermsmeyer did. You can follow during the Super Bowl. You can watch Bitcoin go up and down during Super Bowls depending on the game. He did like a whole back look at the past 5 or 6 years, and you can see you could actually buy and sell Bitcoin if you really wanted to, and how the game is going.
Well, they're dubbing this the crypto bowl because of how much Bitcoin cryptocurrency is being advertised in this, and NFTs. It's all pretty much still over my head. I even read an NFT for Dummies column, that's supposed to super dumb it down. And it wasn't quite dumb enough for me, but I grasped a little bit of it. I still think it's all kind of just ridiculous, but I think getting more and more in the minority on that.
I think you get it. I think it's not for us. It's not for
No, it's
I have
just
a couple NFTs. I'm not spending $1,000 on one.
That's what I'm saying, or tens of thousands. I have
a $10 NFT.
I'll say this: the dumbed down version is the simplest version is the NFTs as a whole are like Beanie Babies, so they're going to mean nothing to anybody who doesn't care about Beanie Babies in a year. But there are NFTs that actually hold value because they let you into certain. You can actually buy from music artists. You can buy NFTs from them, and then you get to go to their special concert, but only if you have an NFT. That kind of thing. So those are the ones that kind of actually make a little sense.
They shouldn't even call
but then
those
you
NFTs.
can buy real estate in the metaverse and what's going on here? It's we're edging closer to Ready Player One, I
think that's exactly what it is. That's actually that's it. It's expensive. I looked into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, what are we doing with this? This is
this Ftx commercial. Who's gonna be shown first? Steph Curry, Tom Brady, Gisele Bündchen, or Shohei Ohtani? Jakey, what do you think?
Brady.
You think so?
Yeah.
And
I think it's definitely either Curry or Brady. But if it's Brady, then I think Bündchen would be second and Curry would be third. So
one commercial with Brady starts with him talking to her, and he's on it first. So
yeah, but then but Curry is chalk. So you know what? Just to be different than
which I don't understand why it's not the NBA Finals.
I don't know. But Curry's huge in this kind of world, isn't he?
When you said Curry, the first commercial I associate Curry with right now is Subway.
Well,
there is probably a 0.01% of people that got that.
That might change after Super Bowl Sunday. You might, it might.
I didn't.
Yeah.
No, this is I don't even think the people who would get that listen to this podcast because it's the odd ones out on YouTube, and that's usually for more teenage people. My nephew got me into the odd ones out, so if anybody wants, that's where the Subway came from. But anyway, what's yours? What's your bet, Nando?
Okay. I'm gonna say Shohei Ohtani.
Just because he's on the cover of the MLB this show.
He's on the cover of he's the tops guy too this year. But I do think something like FTX. This seems like a very West Coast group here. Ohtani seems like the easiest guy to grab in LA. He opens it up because baseball season's coming or supposedly coming. Tom Brady at the end.
DVR found it.
Oh, come on,
there you
DVR.
go.
So DVR hangs out on Teenager Podcast too. Good to know. Retort on the bottom line. All right, let's move on to the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which this
is just for Jake.
Jake's going to cause this part. Just fast forward 10 minutes from now if you don't want to hear this discussion. Which actor who's played an MCU character will show up in a Super Bowl commercial first? Will be Paul Rudd, who's doing Frito-Lay, Salma Hayek for BMW, or Brie Larson for Nissan Z.
Do you know, Jake? Maybe you're reading it right now, but did you know Salma Hayek's MCU character?
Yeah, because it was from the Eternals, which was
much
as
better
Nando
movie.
and then
Much
people
better
give
movie,
it credit
people
for it.
said.
It wasn't terrific. It just didn't deserve the crap it got.
Everyone thought it's too long. That was a very good movie. when it was over.
Double-sided here is recognizability, if that's a word. I'm making it a word. And then Nando, as in more fun early on. It's Paul Rudd. Obviously, there's no question about it. Paul Rudd is the most fun of them. I think that Salma Hayek's and Brie Larson. We've seen Brie Larson a million times in our commercials already, so that one's not even that special that she's got another one going out. So I think it would be Rudd for the fun and recognizability.
Plus he's with Seth Rogen. That's a pretty good.
He's in it as well. Oh, yeah. I would definitely. I'm double downing on that one.
Yeah, you sort of talked me into that.
I'm gonna push that one back then.
What do you
I
mean?
didn't know he was with Seth. I'm gonna say Salma Hayek's first for one of those boring BMW early commercials.
Oh no, it's not boring though. She's in the one with Arnold where Arnold plays Zeus. And
way to read the article, Nando.
Yeah. He's
Jake,
ordering like a latte, like which you're drinking for the first time today. He's ordering like a latte, and the barista's like Zeus, and it's trying to pronounce Zeus, and Arnold comes up dressed as Zeus in character of Zeus. You don't actually see Salma Hayek in the commercial yet. It was only the teaser, but apparently she's Hera, the sister wife of Zeus, which is
we're way down the mythological path.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, she plays Hera?
Yeah. So
that's cool. Yeah.
Anyways.
Are you gonna?
All right.
So I'm with Jake on Paul Rudd.
All right. We got a Rudd. We got a Hayek. Although it says Rudd, Hayek, Rudd, because that's how I'm keeping track if anyone cares. It goes Jake, Nando, Funston. Right. Even though we've never gone in that order. But it just makes me, I'm going with the screen. I'm doing the screen. For those of you who are watching on YouTube.
Choking over here.
All right, here's a good one. Which will be shown first during any Super Bowl commercial? Do we see a rocket? Do we see a moon? Do we see an astronaut? Or do we see an alien? Ryan Funston. Okay, Jake.
This one just cracked me up because I have no idea why this is a
Rocket Mortgage. You know they're going to be during the. That's why. That's why I'm going with Rocket.
But have you ever watched a Rocket Mortgage? Is there always a rocket in a Rocket Mortgage?
It's part of their logo.
Okay, so then just by showing their logo, it's going to be a rocket. Okay.
Does that count? Like, what if there's a rocket on some kid's sheets in the first commercial?
I mean, then Rocket would still win.
Well, I think also like Google and Amazon and Meta are all advertising. They all have like, billionaire rocket envy. So there's probably like space and rockets are definitely going to be showing up somewhere. But yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go with Jake here as well. I think rocket's probably the way to go.
Yeah, me too. I don't see how you can show the moon or an astronaut without having a rocket
first, right?
Yeah, or at the same time at least.
Although the alien's random, that can show up at any time. So.
I felt like that it was like 2000s. We'd be more like there was a lot of aliens involved in commercials back then.
You know what? Yeah, I'm changing my answer to alien actually because you know what? Like, alien's easy. You know what I mean? Like rockets and moons, you have to. There's a lot of graphics.
Part of their logo, but I already gave you that.
All right, Jake. We'll see. I mean, like, are we going to grade this? Is Jake going to grade this? I'll send you. What we
I always grade it because I got to put it in the comments of the column so that people after the Super Bowl know what the answers are.
By the way, a guy in the comments had a great idea that we should make this a Google form and allow people to vote, and then we can see the answers as they come along.
Yeah. How complicated is that?
I've done Google Forms before. It's not hard.
Yeah. I don't remember it being that hard, but it was a long time ago. So then I'm like, do I have to relearn how to do this again?
Well, we don't have. We could say, hey, Ben G, if you want to make it, we'll post it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
But then again, I mean, if
I gave you a downloadable sheet, come on.
I don't know who this Ben G is, and he could put some nasty stuff in there that we could accidentally put on the site. So
Ben Goldish. He's actually a very loyal listener. He want to check the link shirt.
There are other Ben G's out there, Jakey.
He's I see him more than anybody else. I'm assuming it's Ben Goldish who comments regularly on the show, on the articles, and he won a check the link T-shirt during the show. So that's what I'm assuming.
Jake,
sure
if it's not,
what was your 2021 comment response number?
Oh, for the year?
Yeah.
I think I fell just short of 10,000 this year. Last year was like 12 or 13,000.
People love their Jakey.
There you go. That's why he knows who Ben G is.
That's right.
I remember Funston, I sent it to you. I was like at 9960 or something like that for the last week.
You should get busy.
Just randomly start putting like thumbs up emojis to people's comments to just get to the 10,000.
Whatever counts. Wait, does that count? I can up my comment game if thumbs up counts.
Oh yeah, I'll just go to every article every day and just put thumbs up emojis behind other things. Even out of context.
Jake,
let's
do you
go to
even
the
watch the
halftime
games?
show.
How do you rank this guy here? Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Let's go to the halftime show. How many of the halftime show headliners, Dr. Dre, Snoop, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, and Eminem, will appear on stage at the start of the show? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Funston, what's your thought on this?
My thought is 2. I'm feeling like they're going to bring. I feel like Eminem, Snoop Dogg, and Kendrick Lamar are the supporting cast to the OGs, Dr. Dre and Mary J. Blige. I think they're going to open with the OGs on stage to start.
Jakey?
I'm going with 2, but I actually think it's not Dre. I think they're saving him for later. So I was thinking more like Mary J. Blige and Lamar in a kind of a collaboration type situation.
I could see it being dark and just like a spotlight on Mary J. Blige singing something to start it all off.
I could see that
and-
too.
and
I was
then
struggling
bring in
between
the-
1 or 2.
But I could also see it being cool, like Dr. Dre actually DJing to start too. It's tough, right? But I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be Mary J. Blige spotlight.
I definitely don't think
Singing.
it's going to be 4 or 5. Like I think you're going to have to, have some ooh-ah moments as somebody enters. 2 or 3 of them enter from side.
Like I think it'd be interesting who is
Like a
last
Royal
too.
Rumble.
Like I feel like Snoop or Dre are going to be last. Like that's
You know what? And this is what I encourage. Like take the sheet and do some of your own stuff. Like I actually might add that. I like the idea of who might come out there last as well. There's some intrigue to that for sure.
You got to qualify that a bunch. Like who says the last word, or who comes out last,
Who
or who's
appears
the last
first.
to say a word.
Who appears
shows
first? Who
up
appears
last.
last? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here's the next one. A wonderful segue. Who will be the first to speak, sing, rap during the halftime show? Dr. Dre, Snoop, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, or Eminem? Jake.
The funny thing is I pulled these odds for I was going to play a game with Meanie, and Blige was the favorite on the one that I picked. Like the site I went to, she's actually the favorite at like plus 155. So I think what you said and what we're talking about, we've all basically said whether it's 1 or 2, we both or all of us think that Mary J. Blige is going to be out there to start. So I would take her at plus 300 if that's a real line somewhere. Sportsgeek.com. Yeah, I would take that.
Yeah, I agree. I did see Jake somewhere else, and I've opened so many of these sites. I forgot where I saw that, but I did see where Mary J. Blige
That's
was
why his
listed as the
computer's
best
not
odds.
working.
Exactly.
Why is it
So-
like funpopbets.ag.uk?
But I will go Mary J. Blige. I'm going ladies first here on something, so this will be the one where I choose that.
That's a sweep for Mary J. Blige for the 3 of us.
Yeah.
That worries me sometimes when it's so obvious,
Yeah.
By the way,
Well,
there's
that
a
kind
great
of sets
column.
up the next one.
Jason Jones and Rhiannon Walker did a great column setting the odds for the Super Bowl halftime show, and they go deep into like the catalogs of all these performers. It's a great read, despite what a couple dicks in the comments are talking about. Really, what compels someone like, oh, there's this great column that we put a lot of effort into that's kind of unique and fun, and they're like, I'm not going to listen to this music. Sucks. I want Springsteen. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, come on.
How about this was fun?
Yeah.
That's all I got to write is this was fun. And get your 72 thumbs ups from all the people who are normal.
Dude, I'll tell you what, everybody in the late 90s, early 2000s is going to be the best halftime show forever.
Yeah. And what if there's, and we'll come up with this in a couple questions here, but what if there's more than just the 5? There's a few.
Oh,
ways
I would bet money that there's an extra that we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That never happens. That's like a Grammys thing. That never happens at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's happened before.
When?
And then, like, you might even
What's
get.
with
What if they pull in like a
Beyonce?
virtual
Beyonce did
Michael
one too.
Jackson? Yeah, Beyonce, they had the extras. What if it's like virtual? They do one of like the video ones, like somebody who's passed away.
Oh, wait. There's a hologram one coming up, Jake. Relax, guy.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's do the song
I'm
one
not your
first.
guy,
And
buddy.
and like you said, segue. If we all think it's Mary J. Blige, it makes sense that it would be family affair, right? Like, and you got the whole hip hop family coming out while the song is going. So
Well,
for
see,
me-
and that's why,
I
as you say
disagree.
that, Funston, I was thinking this in my head, and I was like, but if Mary J. Blige is first, and then you have that family affair that you said, like the connection to the others, does she start with a different song and then lead into family affair? So I would actually probably take the field.
which like no more drama or something.
Yeah, like she might start us. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I would actually take the field on this one.
I think it's going to be California Love, and she's just going to sing the hook.
Well,
I think that's where we're going to see the creativity.
I mentioned in this, you can also use the same question for what will be the last song. And I would choose California Love as the last song, which I believe is what it is in the teaser trailer where they kind of introduce all the. Have you guys watched the halftime show teaser?
Yeah, but that's the thing is like most of them aren't even in California Love though.
The game's in California.
Games in California.
So?
Dre.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dre
I
and
mean, like, I
Snoop
know they're
Dogg
more
in
famous
California.
And she's
you're
also
trying
not
to
going to
tell
do
a
it by
story.
herself.
She's going to be on the stage. She's going to go, California Love. And then the beat's going to start. And then.
And then they're just going to go into another song. That's
then
it.
they're gonna
That's
play
all you
California
got.
Love. Yeah, then they're going to start playing the song.
Oh, so there you go. Then that should be the next one. We get a hologram.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to skip. Okay. Well, any of the following 3 make a cameo appearance on stage during the halftime show: Jay-Z, Ice Cube, or Tupac's hologram. So no.
God, I hope it's. So I've read people just like hope that Tupac's hologram does not show up, but I am on the opposite side.
I hope Tupac shows up really. Finally, we find out where he's
hologram look, and then all of a sudden the hologram goes away and he walks out as a whole person.
Yeah, there you go.
Best halftime show ever.
Could you imagine? Like, nobody would be even paying attention to the second half of this football game. The internet would be broken. You would the internet would collapse.
Oh.
So what's your answer, Jake?
I actually think Ice Cube.
So
There's too many ties. California, like there's just that one seems too easy, and maybe it's too obvious for me. That's what I was kind of alluding to before about the special. We might even get a person we don't know about yet. Like it just feels like how was he not included?
right.
And it's like maybe it's.
I think he said some pretty controversial stuff over the last year, at least. I believe
Who hasn't at this point?
But I think I think some of his stuff has been like he's done some stuff with Trump that I think a lot of people have bristled at.
I don't. So I don't know. If
I'm
that's the case,
not
then I don't know.
getting into the politics. I'm just saying I've seen
No.
a lot of
I'm saying like
below
that's
that.
how I had no idea. I don't. So
It's amazing.
Look
He's
up Ice Cube Trump.
said stuff that has trumped
Cube
anything Eminem said in
Trump
the
Cube?
last, like a couple years.
Right.
But the question is, if any of these guys shows up, you get it right. So
That's a yes from Jake.
yeah.
I'm going to say yes because I want it to be true. I want there to be something, so I'm going to be rooting for that. So I might as well pick that.
That's a no for me. I think these things are just every year. I think there's going to be some kind of surprise guest, and it's perfect for it, and they never do it. So I'm going to say no.
All right.
It's not the Grammys. Total songs. Hey, by the way, do they still? What's the show that's on after the Super Bowl? Remember they used to blow like Northern Exposure coming up next, and Funston Northern Exposure is fresh in my brain.
Oh yeah, it's like they break out the new comedy. Like
Yeah, Our Long
yeah.
Friends. Yeah. Is there something?
Wasn't there like a Queen Latifah one last year? It was like a.
Oh yeah, that would actually wasn't no. That was the one that
TV version of a movie, right?
Equalizer.
Yeah.
Equalizer.
That's what it was.
But I think that was its second year too though.
Well, I mean, they did Friends when it was like in the 5th year, you know.
Well, here, continue talking. I'm turning on my TV. I'll go to direct. I'm gonna flip to Sunday and find out what's going on
Jakey,
afterwards.
All right. Total songs
Live
played,
research.
Total songs played during the halftime show. Over 10 points. Hold on. What's the
Under while you're doing this, way under.
I only got was a post super. I don't know if it was. Let's say yes. DVR seems to be a kind of guy who knows a lot of office trivia. I would say.
Feels like an office after the Super Bowl during the height. Yeah, that's probably right. I mean,
Yeah, right. That's how that stuff becomes classic.
Does
You know, like,
anybody turn
everybody
the
sees it.
channel? They
Right.
should just run a rerun of The Office after the Super Bowl. No one would
Like
leave.
I say, I think most people. Oh no, it's the Olympics.
Super
The
Bowl's
Olympics
on
are on
NBC.
after this. Yeah.
Yeah, Super Bowl goes straight into the Olympics. If you want to watch
right,
bobsled
columns.
or figure skating.
That's not a bad idea. Actually, that's smart.
It'll-
Total
yeah.
songs played. Jaggy
Under.
going under. I'm gonna say total songs played 10.5, under 10.5. I'm gonna say over. I think they're gonna hit a lot, and I think it's gonna be as little as
I don't know
45
if they have
seconds
time.
a song. I
Yeah.
just think
Well, so there's 5 of them. They all have multiple hits. It goes 13 or 14 minutes, so that I could see it being like a minute per song, and that would get you to like 12 or 13. So I think it's going to be really close. I actually say it's either going to be 10 or 11. So I'll hedge the over here. I'll say 11.
Maybe the special guest will be a DJ. Because someone's gonna have to like just bring them through this whole
We're just
show,
like going backwards now.
a hype man. Well, no, it goes into this. Like, if you have a good kind of famous, like, say Funkmaster Flex, but not him, but someone, maybe DJ Ski, he's out. Anyway, you have that guy who just like ushers them through all these songs. You know what I mean? Like, boom, 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 boom. Instead of spending like 3 minutes on a song. Interesting. All right. And you know what? Snoop has done a lot of card collaborations with DJ Ski for Topps Project 70. At least a couple.
Look at this research from over here.
Yeah, I mean, do you want 3 guys talking about a show with no research isn't any fun? What makes that special, Jake?
You were mocking our research earlier.
Well, we're doing it, though. Okay, let's get into the game. Which team will score the first touchdown? Jakey, Rams or Bengals?
Rams.
Rams? Me too. I think it's going to be Sony Michel. Funston.
It's so random that, like, if I'm betting this in real life, I'm just going to take the plus odds because, because why not? Why not chase a little extra money? So I'll take the Bengals.
Jake, you're mumbling something?
No, I was not mumbling anything.
All right. So it sounds, sometimes I just hear it. Sometimes I wake up and I...
Is that what it is? Is that why you can't sleep at night? You just hear my mumbles in your head?
Middle of the night, yeah. Jake's, no. And, Jake, we got to move on. And, what are you saying? Who's Jake? What will be the first penalty of the game? Offensive holding, false start, defend, whatever. Pick a penalty. Funston, what do you think it's going to be?
Well, so in 2021, offensive holding surpassed false start, which was the 2020 leader. False start was. So offensive holding in 2021 edged out false start. I will say I'll go ahead and go with offensive holding. I'll take the chalk here.
Like that. I'm also doing that. I think that's on such a big stage, the refs might be a little nervous. Offensive holding is something you could definitely see and not be second guessed about.
As they say, they could always call every play if they really wanted to.
Right, exactly. You don't want to mess up here and be destroyed by Twitter. Offensive holding is a nice, easy, inoffensive one to do. Ironically, Jake.
Yeah, that's why I'm actually not going with it, because I think to do research on it, I think somebody talked about it. I'd have to go look. I haven't. I feel like they're a little bit more forgiving in the Super Bowl because they don't want these penalties that you could call every single play to hit as much. So I'm actually going to go with defensive holding because of these wide receivers. I think somebody's going to get a little handsy trying to stop this litany of wide receivers to throw to in this game, whether it's either side of it.
All right. We have 23 of these. We're at number 17. We don't actually have a lot of time left. Let's rip through these.
No.
We'll have a longer catch. Cooper Kupp or Jamar Chase?
Kupp, who I would also, by the way, I think his over-under on the single catch is like 23 or 24 yards or something like that. I would hit that one, too.
3.5, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Funston, what do you say?
So, I don't know. I'm frozen right now. I'm going to go Jamar Chase because I think if the Rams get a lead, we might see the Bengals chasing. Can I do that?
Go ahead, yeah.
Maybe trying to bite off some big plays. So, give me Chase. In terms of 40-yard plays, they were basically even on the year. Kupp had them by 1. So, and you saw that one play, a couple weeks ago, where Chase just caught like the quick out, like right on the line of scrimmage, and took it like 57 yards. Like
My biggest concern, and Nando knows this because I was texting with him and Emery about it, is I actually hope this is just a good game. I wouldn't mind seeing either team win. If I had to pick, I would probably slight lean Rams just to see Stafford finally get there. And again, Burrow's still got the entire career. But I just have this feeling. What I referenced to Nando was the Tennessee Titans rush against Burrow in that game and how many times they sacked him and how miserable he looked for most of that. I am legitimately worried this is going to turn into a 31-10 game for the Rams. I don't want that to happen because I want an entertaining Super Bowl. But I have a feeling there's a chance that the Rams could just run away with this one.
Me too. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Funston.
I just think it's going to be close. We'll get to that at the end here. I just think it's going to be a closer game. So,
will a player who's not a running back or wide receiver score a touchdown? Jiggy.
No Uzma. There's Uzama. Well, Uzama says he's not missing the game, but there's still questions. Higbee's still not practicing. So Normally, I would say yes because we have the Foles. Somebody else. It's always like, oh my god, I can't believe this guy scored. Blah, blah. But it's like running backs and wide receivers in this game. I'm going to say no. Also because I just don't see Stafford or Burrow even running one in at this point.
I see Burrow doing it. Funston, how about you?
I would love to be wrong on this.
Yeah, this is crazy because I just made this up and went and looked at what happened. 20 touchdowns by non-running back wide receivers in 40 games. It's like the perfect bet. Like, it's half and half. So, the Rams didn't have a quarterback or a defensive TD all season long. They got 3 in the postseason. I think they've shot their wad for those. And with the injuries to the tight end, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say running backs and wide receivers only.
I like how both Nando and I weren't expecting you to say that.
I know. I've been holding back all these things I could be saying. Wait till the Chris Collinsworth part. Then, if that's fair game, wait till Chris Collinsworth part. Will there be a flea flicker, a non-quarterback pass, fake punt, or onside kick in the Super Bowl? I'm going to say yes to an onside kick. I think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be a late run with a chance, and they're going to onside kick it. Funston, what do you think?
I'll go with something random. I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know specifically if it's going to be an onside kick. I feel like it's more going to be potentially a non-quarterback pass or a flea flicker. Would be my bet.
Jake, what is your reasoning for yes or no? Okay, all right, go ahead.
Because there's too much talent on both these teams. I don't think they need to. That's why. I could say now if this included, will there be a 4th down play? I 100% would say yes on that.
That's a good. That's an excellent prop for this one. 4th down
will
play.
Will go for it on 4th down? Yeah. I would absolutely say yes on that.
I'd say the odds would be,
minus
something on that. Yeah, in that.
You might even see like a minus 180 on that.
Yeah, just over half field for sure.
That's interesting.
Midfield, half field, midfield.
Will a highlight video clip of Chris Collinsworth playing in one of the Bengals' previous 2 Super Bowls be shown during the Super Bowl broadcast? Jake, what do you think?
I'm gonna say no, but he references it himself. And I would probably say if there was an over-under at how many times he references his time with the Bengals, I'd probably put it at like 1.5. Like, I think he might even do it at least twice.
Funston, what do you say?
I forgot to check. Were any of those Super Bowls in L.A.? I know one of them was in a dome, so I would say no on one of them. That was like the first one, but I can't remember what the second one was. I can see them showing a highlight of him if it was like in the Rose Bowl or something. But I'll say yes. I'll say they do it.
I'm gonna say
but
yes.
It won't be like the costly fumble that is often referenced as something that cost the Bengals a game. And I forget which one it was, but he had a big time fumble in one of them.
They hired his son. Like if you watch on Peacock, the after show is his name's like Kip or like Jace or like Trey or something. Anyway. I mean, if this broadcast is hiring the son,
don't even tie it to each other.
What?
Kip or Chase or Steve or Joe.
No, I didn't say Steve or Joe. That's different.
I know, just like the names, Trey. But it wasn't like you were saying like, oh, it's Kip or Kevin or Kyle. No, you were like 3 completely different names.
Well, no, I mean Kip and Trey, like Trey, like the third. Kip he looks like a Kip, I think.
The first one was in the Silver Dome, Funston. That was 1982, and then the second one in '89 was actually in Miami.
And what's Chris Collinsworth's son's name?
I don't know.
Chris Collinsworth's son name. Oh, Phil's right out.
Bartholomew.
No, it's not Bartholomew. Jace.
Jack?
It's Jack.
Jake.
It's JAC. Yeah. It was a 3-letter. I knew. Kind of. Anyway, I don't even know if he's good or bad, but I mean, just the fact that they have Chris Collinsworth's son doing stuff tells me that they're going to let him run wild on talking about his playing days, and they will have that production team is going to sweat his balls so hard, and they'll have those clips ready to go. So yes, it's going to happen. What color of Gatorade would pour on the winning coach? Orange, blue, green, yellow, lime, clear water, red, pink, purple, or none? Jake, what do you think?
So there's another one I saw, and the one I saw had 3 options only. So I'm thinking that we might be eliminating a lot of the colors that are even options at this point. So I'm going to go with blue because the options they gave were blue, and then it was like a clear gray, the washy color that you kind of see that they have that's not completely clear all the way through.
The frost.
Frost, thank you. Yeah, something like that. And then it said other. So I think like the other is just looping in all these other colors at this point because they're not used as much anymore.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
right,
I'll
Funston,
go with.
what do you say?
I'm going to go with clear / water, which, I think since 2000 is second to orange. Orange is the number one. And there's intel out there the Bengals have been drinking orange Gatorade all year. But if we don't think the Bengals are going to win, it doesn't really matter. I doubt the Rams are going to have orange Gatorade. So I will go with the clear water as my choice.
I'm just going to go orange. We actually had a Gatorade executive who told us that they randomly pick 3 colors and then they just grab whichever one is up. Like they can randomize the colors on the sideline, and they're like just specific, like grab one of these. So I'm going to say orange. Why not?
Yeah, but if orange is one of them, don't you think they would just move it over to the Bengals side? It's like, don't give the Rams orange Gatorade. But...
yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No,
but maybe Gatorade
So
wants
give
to sell
them
more
orange and
orange
give the-
Gatorade.
And then give like the blue frost or the lemon lime to the Rams.
All right, let's not get too deep into it. Who will the MVP thank first? Teammates, God, Jesus, city, coach, owner, family, fans, or other? I think it's going to be the owner. Jake?
I do too. Yeah.
Oh.
The owner?
Although if Stafford, it could be God Jesus too.
But the owner made the trade to bring
That's-
him there, you know?
I know.
No, but Stafford. Yeah, that's where that's where I was going with what Funston just said.
Yeah.
Christian, heavy
Yep.
Christian, both outspoken about him and his wife about it, and I think that's the first. I think if you said also the second, because I'm going with the Rams, so if you go with the Bengals, I could see maybe Burrow being different, like thank you for the team or the city or something like that. But I think Stafford, and then I wouldn't be surprised if the second was like the GM shout out for bringing him there. But that might be an owner GM situation, like which one. But I would say Stafford is God Jesus.
Yeah, put me down for God Jesus as well.
Oh, you want to switch to God, Jesus? All right, fine.
Yeah.
Jesus, owner, Jesus it is. Last one. We're hitting the hour mark. Well, we're not there yet. Which team covers the points? This is just a straight up. Who covers this? Not straight up, but who covers this point spread? The Rams at -4.5 or Cincinnati at +4.5? Brandon Funston, let's have your analysis on this one.
I would say Cincinnati covers, but does not win on the money line. They just went on the road and beat the number 1 seed in Tennessee. They beat Kansas City and Kansas City. I think we're underselling them a bit. So I will say they don't quite get the win here, but I think it's a 3-point game.
I hope Funston's right, and I hope this is like 34-31. I don't think in my gut, if I was betting, I think this is Rams and they cover. And obviously, this kind of goes to what you said a few weeks ago when you were talking about, and I'm not, you were wrong, Nando. But the point being, when you were saying, I think that the Cowboys will steamroll the 49ers, like, so if I'm betting, and I'm betting
I don't remember
the Rams
saying
to cover, I'm betting them to cover, I would even push it up a little bit, and then also take them to cover their team total. But I don't know if I would touch the over-under, because like I said, I actually think this could be an under for their win if what I'm thinking can happen. I think that defense just gets after Burrow time and time again, and it goes sideways real quick.
Dude, like I said this on the show that we did with Beller, Best on the Board the other day. Like, I feel like I got Von Miller at +5,000 for MVP. So, I mean, if people are going...
Not even Aaron Donald?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think Darnold's going to be new. Like, you do everything you can to neutralize Aaron Darnold, and like they're just like Von Miller is. I think people forget how good Von Miller is.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it ends up one of
and
those
the trade to
games
bring him over, and yeah,
man, he's motivated. Like, I think Von Miller could do some serious damage.
Here's the problem: like for it to happen, though, even if he got 2 sacks and a fumble, like he has to score. Like that's the thing. He has to get.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has to get
Miller
that touchdown.
And scores. Yeah.
Oh, I was even think that he might drop back and get one of those quick, short passes for the interception and like pick one of those off.
Yeah, I'm thinking back like Larry Brown and who won it for I think Dallas and Malcolm Smith who won it for Seattle. They were defensive guys who scored touchdowns. But Richard Dent with the Bears,
But see, this is how you tie the bets too. Is like if you say Von Miller for MVP, then it's Rams cover, but also Bengals on the under for their points, because that's the only way you're going to get a defensive MVP is like if he just.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that.
I'm talking further. I know you hate parlaying. I'm just I'm like saying like this is some of the things you could do. You could bet Von Miller by itself and then just have a fun 4-way parlay that ends up being like 20,000 odds.
You know what I want to do is I just want to go, like, have fun, have a bunch of different. Like, I'm trying not to line things up purposely. So on your fantasy team when you have so many of them, you're like, well, I'm rooting for that guy, but against this guy and this guy, and you're just kind of like, this is fun. I don't mind it. I don't know. I don't want to have like correlated bets because it sucks. Sorry, I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to save this, and my computer's being weird.
Did I tell you about the one that I missed on the Bengals against the Chiefs?
No, you didn't.
I had a
would you
free.
Like
while you're trying to save the sheet, I had a free $3 bet. I sent it to Meanie. I was like, hey, the only way I can make a hell of a lot of my $3 bet is take all Bengals side of it, and I did everything and pushed lines in different directions. I missed the over because they went under, and it would have been like $1,000 ticket on a $3 bet.
Jakey,
that was rough. The only leg of it. I missed the touchdown. I had 2 anytime touchdown guys. I had the under on rushing yard. Like I had so many things, and the one thing I missed was the game's total.
I just realized I have a private chat here. Let me make sure I'm not. Okay, got it.
Missing it.
What was the thing that came up when we were talking about that? I said, "Oh, I want to add that to my sheet." What was that? Do you guys remember what we were talking about?
Yeah, that was the final singer.
The final.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Good call. I got to make sure I write that down so I don't forget.
I also like the fourth quarter one, Jake. I'm gonna have some people. We're gonna have the
fourth down, not fourth quarter.
That's what I meant.
Down.
Fourth down. Yeah. Cool. All right, this is fun, man. I don't know how we made it to 56 minutes. I was worried this was gonna be like a 20-minute show.
We didn't even talk snacks.
We don't even have to talk snacks. Do you want to talk? What's new? What are you gonna mention about snacks, Jake? Give us your buffalo dip recipe. You used to own a deli. I'm sure you make a killer buffalo dip.
No, I actually never made it. My friend always makes it because he makes it too damn good. I don't even know why I'm even gonna try. He brings it over every single time.
And he uses you for your cable. Same guy.
No.
Well, I guess NBC isn't really cable. Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I already told you about that other situation. Buffalo chicken dip is one of the best. Also, they're nuggets, not boneless wings. There's no such thing as boneless wings.
I've heard this one. This is Jake's band Kickers. This is his new band Kickers.
It is.
Every opening he gets.
What was the one that you brought up, Nando? With dogs?
Dogs.
Hot dog, or was it bagel
Pigs
dogs?
And blankets?
Pigs and blankets. Ever since you said that, I've had the craving for that. I might have to make that happen. I haven't had a pig in a blanket.
Hey, you want the Nando? Do you have the real sneaky version of that? Is use crescent rolls for the blanket.
That's what I use. What do regular people use?
Oh, regular people just use regular dough and crap like that. See, use the crescent rolls.
It's easy, and I make them in the conventional oven. I don't even mess with the big oven. And tell you what else I do, Jake. I flavor it on my own. I just put a little mustard in one of them, some things on top of the dough, and make it a little.
What's the conventional oven versus
convection? Not
conventional. It's not called conventional oven.
It's convection.
I don't think so, Jake.
I thought the conventional oven was the big oven.
No, it's convection.
Oven.
Convection.
I think you're right, Jake. I think I've been calling it the wrong word all this time. You bastard. Conventional ovens feature top and bottom heating elements only, while convection ovens add a fan to circulate. There's such a thing as a conventional oven.
Well, that's because that's like
oven.
That's standard. That's standard oven, conventional. It's like convection's what which is what an air fryer is, but everybody wants to call it this catchy name, an air fryer. It's just a convection oven.
We better wrap
that's
up.
My other.
This could be.
That's my other band Kickers. Stop calling air fryers. They don't fry. They're just small convection ovens.
My bad. On that note.
I'm not going to touch it.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Go check out Funston's article, 2022 Super Bowl party props. I forget the rest of the words we use in it, but if you haven't found it by then, you've got problems.
10,000 times more flips than you need the data for to get the coins. And
go buy yourself a convection oven. It's well worth the investment. It's better than a microwave. Keeps it crispy. We're on break. They're on break. Beller's going to be back in March. It's time for the off season after the show. So
3 weeks.
I suggest checking out the baseball side of things with Rates and Barrels and the Fantasy Baseball podcast. Funston, check out a Sirius XM show with Brad Evans. That's not going on any kind of break. And Jake, you just follow him on Twitter and go to replies instead of just following the regular feed so you can see him get angry at people. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the show this season. By the way, whiteboard, one last shout out to the whiteboard. I think Funston's going to win this thing. Cup.
The whiteboard.
Remember we picked our fantasy teams?
Oh yeah, I knew mine was out the window pretty quick.
Funston's got Cup, Mixon, Michelle, and Higbee. Jake has nobody left.
I know. Yeah, that one's out the window like the second round.
I have Burrow, Chase, and that's it.
Yeah, you could definitely beat me in the actual Super Bowl. I don't know what the accumulated points to this point is, though, but
Well, Jake was supposed to be keeping track of that.
No.
All right. Fine. All right, that's it for us. We hope this is helpful. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you win some money. Go Von Miller for MVP. We'll talk to y'all later.